All right, today we're going to be starting with exercise 7, the bracket, and we're going to create also exercise 8, which is the basic drawing of the bracket. We can see that we have all our dimensions for the bracket, but we're going to want to think of it in three separate pieces. We're going to start with this middle piece, and then we can just create like a rectangle and extrude that outwards, and then we can, on this face, we can create a circle and extrude up, and then another circle and cut through all. So let's start with this middle piece right here, which is going to be 65 across, 68, and then a tangent arc to the other side. So here we go. We want to use the top plane. We want to sketch. We want to start with a line. So let's do a line up, and we want that to be around 65. So 64.4, and then we're going to bring this one out to about 68. We want this one to be lined up with that one, and then we want to do a tangent arc from here to there. All right, and then we want to smart dimension this. So we want this to be 65. We want this one to be 68. All right. So then we go under the features, and we will extrude this to have a depth of 15 millimeters. Hit OK. All right. So now we have this base piece. We can go ahead, file, save as. We'll call it bracket. All right, so let's look at our top view. This is our top view. And let's move it over to our bottom view. This is our bottom view. So what we want to do is we want to click on this bottom face, and then we want to sketch on it, and we want to do a rectangle. We want to select our origin here. All right, so we're going to select that, and we're going to pull this out right to that line. See how that just became orange and dotted? All right, so we click it right there. So now this is all locked in these two corners, and we want this smart dimension to be from here to there. We want that to be 15 millimeters, and then we hit OK. And then we want to go features, extrude, and we want that to be extruded with a depth of 15. So we hit OK, and you'll see there we got this part right here. All right. So here is our part that's like this now. We just have to do this top piece. So we got the bottom piece and the middle piece. We just have to do this top piece here. So once again, let's go to our top view like this. We want to click on our top surface, hit sketch, and we're going to make a circle. And what we want to do right there, so we notice something right there. There's our circle center. So we want to use that. So if I come over here and I get this yellow dot, and it shows we have these 2 points over here, they come together. This is the center of this tangent arc. This is the center of it right here. We're going to use that to draw our circle out. All right, and now we're going to smart dimension this. No, I don't think it did it because of that. All right, so we'll click on this face, sketch, circle, do this over, look for this point, get our center, and then draw it out. And we want this one to be smart dimension. We want it to be 40 millimeters. So it looks like that. Now we're going to go on features, extrude, and we want it to be extruded 25. So if you look at this, now we have this. All we have to do is put a hole through the whole thing. So we do the same thing. We click on this surface. We go to sketch, we go to circle, and then what we want to do is we want to find this center of the circle again. And then we want to draw this, and then we want to smart dimension it. We want this one to be 25 millimeters. And now we want to do an extrude cut through all. Hit OK. And there you go. You've made your bracket. So we get File, Save. So now we want to do File, make a drawing from the part. We're going to pick the first one here. We hit OK. This comes up. And you can see for 8, we have our views from side and isometric. So this is pretty simple. So this is very, very simple. So we want to pick this view. We'll put it here. And then we have this view here. We have this view here. And we have this view here. There's our 4 views. So we hit OK. So we have our 4 views. We want this view, so we can click on anywhere here, and we can come in here and change this to be solid with stripes on it. And we can hit OK on that. We can move this over. And this view, we want to look like this. So we can use this second one that has our center hole cut out of it. And then we could hit OK. We can move these around. Move this one here. Moves it like that. Move this here. And if we wanted to, we can also increase the size of this. Use custom size. Let's see, 1 to 1. That's kind of big. Let's do 2 to 3 looks good. All right. So we can put that anywhere we want. So go ahead and use that. The last thing we want is annotation, a note. We want to place our name right here. All right. Mr. Noon. And we have, it says bracket right here. So you could write something else here if you wanted to. And then go ahead and file save, file print, and you're all done.